Sorry, the waves on this ship are terrible. Whoa, the Doctor.
There was nothing really offensive in it or upsetting. It was a fairly bog standard Doctor Who story.
I would say there are things I liked about it, but that would be a lie. What I'll say is there are things within it that I thought could have been done well but weren't.
It has its flaws, but I'm a bit of a Chibnall defender overall. I fairly enjoy the Jodie era. I know it's a controversial. I found it quite enjoyable. Not perfect, but I found it enjoyable.
There's some good moments, but it just felt very weak to me.
Use your words. You can do it. I believe
Maybe Orphan 55 wasn't that bad.
Wow.
Maybe Love and Monsters wasn't that bad.
Oh, that's hard.
As an episode, I thought it was all right. As an episode about the Sea Devils, it wasn't.
I was excited to see the Sea Devils return after so many years.
Yeah.
I thought, oh yeah, the Sea Devils are coming back. Yes, this is going to be great. But then,
And this is not the first time Chibnall has done this. He's brought back a previous existing villain, but completely changed the nature of that villain, such that they don't resemble who they were in previous stories. So much so that you could do it might as well be a new character, a new race, a new species, a new character.
I'm confused and disappointed.
The reason that he brings back someone and changes them is because he doesn't have confidence in his own writing, which is fair because he shouldn't have confidence in his own writing because his own writing doesn't merit confidence.
I actually really like the new design for the Sea Devils.
I like the way they kind of like integrated kind of really cool, Eastern inspired clothing onto them.
It really goes to show you that, sure, we've had our fair share of bad prosthetics in Doctor Who. I'm looking at you, Orphan 55. The prosthetics for the Sea Devils looked really, really good.
However, it's despite the fact that the Sea Devils are a really interesting concept and that there's a lot of stories you can tell that kind of reflect and comment on, indigenous races and stuff and colonialism.
Yeah.
Honestly, in this particular story, you really could have replaced the Sea Devils with any other villain and the story would not really have changed.
Probably, yeah.
This was the worst experience I have had with Sea Devils, and I prefer the Warriors of the Deep to Legend of the Sea Devils.
In both eras, the Silurians and the Sea Devils both had that kind of moral ambiguity before, and we didn't have it. These guys are definitely the bad guys.
We had a message. I know Chris Chibnall might not know what this is. A message is something you put in a script, and it helps to give thematic relevance to the audience about what you are putting on television. And so that's something that I think was missing when we saw this episode.
The Pirate Queen, I thought she was excellent. I thought she was a great character and definitely the heart and soul of the story.
Again, he does that. He makes them real people, does nothing with them. They have no agency. They do the traditional thing of standing around while the Doctor talks at them.
Chibnall insists on having 7 billion characters in one story, and yet he gives most of them nothing to do. It's like, just stop adding characters then.
Just there to make up the numbers, I guess. I don't know.
It's an issue he has with going, oh, it would be nice to have this wee character, but not get to know who that person is, care about them, get empathy on screen with them. Yeah.
That episode was all over the place. I'm sorry. It felt like it was supposed to be longer, but you're just taking bits out, and you're left with scratching your heads at times.
It just felt like, here's one thing, and here's another thing happening, and then we'll go to that.
It feels like it was probably a longer story.
I found it weird why it's a special and yet it was 50 minutes and not like 60 minutes as is tradition, because I feel like it really could have used the extra 10 minutes because there were so many points where it felt very disjointed, very breakneck. It felt like there were scenes missing.
One pirate ship was searching for another pirate ship because it had the treasure of another pirate ship, but it was actually hidden under the ocean bed inside a Silurian ship, or possibly a base. And that felt like at least one too many ships.
I think it ended with the Doctor saying, "Oh, I'm gonna like submerge Sea Devils underwater again to like be asleep for ages and ages." What about the giant sea monster? Is that also with them, or is that still
what happened to the
lurking
sea
about?
monster?
And that bit when Dan did the thing with the sword and killed 5 of them at once. What the hell was that? You'd have at least let the pirate captain guy do that. Let him go. You know what? I know how to fight. I've led a pirate ship for years. I know how to fight. Give me the sword. Bash, bash, bash. Give him a wee bit of a flourish before he dies at the end of the episode.
I feel like there was bits missing, like at the beginning. They just get there, and then in 2 seconds, Yaz and Dan already have a net trap all ready to go. And like, you just got there.
Same thing with the other pirate captain who had been kept alive and tortured for centuries and just went, oh, okay. And then only appeared at the end to stick 2 wires together to let the Doctor save herself once more.
Chibnall literally took the same ending from Timeless Children and plopped it here, where Doctor's like, oh no, I've got to blow up the entire place and stay behind and do a noble sacrifice. And an old guy's like, oh no, I'm an old guy, I'm disposable. I'll blow it up for you, Doctor. You can leave. The Doctor's like, okay, cool, thanks, old guy, bye.
I can tell that Jodie Whittaker is a fantastic actress, but the material's just really letting her down.
It's like a darker aspect of the Doctor, which I don't mind exploring, but they don't frame it as like a darker side.
The Doctor's reason for not dating Yaz was cowardly and hypocritical. Because you can't talk about how, oh, I can't date people, I can't because of my lifestyle, because the way life is, it's too dangerous, and then mention your wife in your same sentence.
I've not seen anything that's dangled a potential gay relationship this much and just gone, nah, not today.
And then at the end to say, let's just live in the present. And then that surely is the cue to just kiss each other.
Like, you know, even if the Doctor did like actually, you know, get together with Yaz and have a relationship, what would be the point? Because we know they're going to be ending next episode. So, you know, it feels like a bit too much of a last minute, you know, queer baiting cash grab just to get people attention, drawing attention, but they can't actually explore that idea at all.
Yeah, a very bury your gaze thing.
Bury your gaze. We pop them in May with some fertilizer. They'll blossom in full bloom come summer when Pride comes about.
Dan, or as I'd like to call Dull Dan.
John Bishop has somehow become worse at acting over the last, I mean, he was dreadful.
I enjoy his hijinks with the pirate hat and the hook in this episode, but honestly, you really could have written him out and nothing would have changed.
The TARDIS is at the bottom of the ocean, which is such a right concept, you know, for exploration. Like the concept that they can go out into deep sea and see all these deep sea creatures and see the bottom of the ocean.
The oxygen bubble and
how beautiful that could be. It's just looked so shit.
When the Doctor is coming out to Yaz properly, she literally changes the lighting of the room to be the bisexual flag colours. So
nice little Easter egg there.
Nice Easter egg. I don't know if it was intentional. I think it must have been.
An Easter egg at Easter, of course.
Exactly.
they could have met the Sea Devils like underneath the water, like they're swimming around or something, or they could have done something with that. Like, yes.
I would have had you edit that script. I bet you could have done it better.
I could have done better in my sleep.
There's a part where they're fighting the Sea Devils on board the ship, and they're all sword fighting and doing all that, and the Doctor yells, "Don't let the swords touch your skin." And I'm like, obviously, like no ship, Sherlock.
It was a swashbuckling adventure, but it lacked the fun. It's like Doctor Who meets Pirates of the Caribbean, but you just suck the fun out of Pirates of the Caribbean.
It was not good. I'm sorry. I want to use another word, but I can't.
Well, I find it really funny because a lot of detractors of the current Chibnall era always say, "Oh, we're so fed up of Doctor being all woke and political. We want a story of no politics and no wokeness and just fun adventure." And I mean, that's what we got last night. We got a normal adventure with no politics at all, and yet it was quite meh.
Yeah, I know.
It's almost like maybe the politics isn't actually the issue, because I think weirdly the more political episodes I found to be the most enjoyable in Jodie's run. Like I think Demons of the Punjab and Rosa are like the 2 best stories they've done.
It's not the worst episode in the world. I mean, it's not even the worst episode of this era. Saranga Conundrum and Northern 55 claim that title for a country mile. I mean, Legend of the Sea Devils, it's kind of an episode, rather than fall completely flat in its face, it just kind of falls with a very soft thud.
Don't forget to subscribe to the official Glasgow Doctor Who Society YouTube channel! Do it now!
And ring the bell so you're notified of uploads.
Or you'll eat my salad, Halloween!